the position of Brian Beasley on the electric. Now, they touched on a couple of those things this evening in our pre-comments, and Jim didn't call me back, so I don't know. I guess I have a little problem getting my head around why someone would want to serve on one of our committees if 3 out of the 5 people that they serve, and they serve at our pleasure, were, I guess, not in their favor. I'm not sure. And I'm wondering, on that position, does that require a separate action if we change that position or not?
Well, I guess, the point that was discussed, and to clarify again on that, Ryan was appointed to that board when that board was established prior to this council taking its seat, as I recall. That is, if I have my timeline correct, and I haven't verified that, but anyway. And he is duly appointed. I am not aware of any issue that would preclude him from serving on the utility board. I think the matter at hand is a matter of citizen action that is, everyone is free to exercise their rights as citizens regardless of their position, as are we in our roles, regardless of our position. We are certainly permitted to exercise our rights under the statute. So I don't see, Jim, I don't see that there's a conflict, a direct conflict as defined by state law that would prevent him from serving on the utility board simply because he's taking action to try and.
I told Councilman Shepherd I didn't know any of the facts of what's happened, what the person's done or hasn't done, and whether it violates any policies the city currently has. And I certainly want to know those facts before I made any comments. But generally speaking, activities unrelated to their activities with the city, their official duties, or their own business. But I don't have enough information about what's happened here to really make an intelligent comment.
Would you mind looking into that? Just
from what I was able to pick up, Jim, it looked like that. I guess we could do it at a later date, since that specific item was not on the agenda tonight. Probably would be out of order, but if a majority of the council would, from what I'm reading, the majority of the council felt that direction, it could be done. Would you check that out so we would have that information?
Certainly will.
Okay.
I think it's creating an even bigger division in the city of Gardner to have someone on our electric board carrying a petition against 2 of your council members to recall it. It's saying to me that he doesn't want to work with John, he doesn't want to work with Mary, and obviously if he could have recalled Dan, he would have recalled Dan as well. So he doesn't want to work with 3 people on the council. He's expecting us to approve their budget and various other things, but to me, it's just a second thing I'm not quite through.
Well, let's get Jim's ruling on it. We can address that. There's time.
Okay, but I think it's an uncooperative relationship.
Because somebody don't like you, you want to kick them
No,
off.
no. We don't have.
That's why
we
they're
don't
calling
have
for your name to be gone anyway.
We don't have. It's not time for public comment. It's not time for public comment. This is a matter of discussion among the council.
Thank you.
And it is a situation. I guess I would counter that it may be construed that we don't always agree on matters.
That's true.
And we certainly are required to work with each other on this board, even though there are those matters upon which we do not agree. And so I don't know that that is necessarily a prerequisite for an individual's ability to serve. There are members of bodies with whom that I've appointed that do not agree with my position on issues, but my appointment of them to that body is not necessarily driven by whether they agree with my position on issues or not. It's driven by whether or not I feel they are able to serve the community with goodwill and concern for making our community better. So it's not a matter of whether we all agree or disagree. So let's, to John's point, let's have Jim.
I think the difference there, Dave, there may be points, people on all the committees that disagree with us. Maybe, I think even yourself, if they were making it quite public and putting Gardner in a bad light, if you want to put it that way, in a dysfunctional position. I think if it was you, I think you might, or any other council member, I think you might view that a little bit different.
Well, I mean, let's, John, you actively campaigned against me.
That's right. And
so, I mean, it's not a, there's not an issue there. I mean, we disagree on that, and that the matter with respect to the recall is a matter for the electorate. It's not a matter of this body. And I wanted to make that I made that point earlier, and we need to focus on that the activities with respect to that matter are wholly separate from the business we conduct. We don't have a say, yea or nay, in the approval of the petition. We don't have a say, yea or nay, in whether or not we can allow the election or disallow the election. It's not our decision. It's a matter for the DA and the election office, assuming that all of the T's are crossed and the I's dotted. So, I think it's dangerous precedent to set that we.
Well, we don't have a precedent. It's never happened before.
Well, and I know, that's why this would be set.
We've never had people
this
that openly, that did not sit down with us and at least talk to us, that have openly, more or less,
they've taken
waged
action.
war
They've
against
taken
us.
action. No, they've taken action in accordance with state statute.
Agreed.
And that needs to work out. But it's dangerous precedent to set that in order for you to serve this community and serve on a committee or a commission, that you necessarily need to be vetted by the council on your political beliefs or agreement with or against a decision or a group of decisions or policy.
Well, I would question about ethics and integrity in carrying a petition that's based on a lie.
Well, it's not, again, the decision, no, what you're saying is not a matter of fact. It's a matter for the electorate to decide whether or not, if assuming that the petition goes forward, there is nothing that the DA found that was procedurally wrong with that petition. So it, in the DA's opinion, has put it up to the electorate of Gardner to make that decision, not for us to decide whether it's right, wrong, or indifferent. That's not our place.
That's true, but if the council decides to replace some elected leader, I believe, according to that ordinance.
And that is a matter for another discussion. But again, I want to caution everyone that when we get to that point, it is a slippery slope to use this position to manage an individual's beliefs and whether or not they are committed to serve our community simply because they don't agree or disagree with a certain position.